Go. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today we'll be conjuring up a rather complex dish. So for my folks watching at home, take notes. This recipe right here is rather complex and has been planned out for a long time. I've washed my hands, gathered all my materials, rolled up my sleeves, so let's begin, shall we? We'll utilize this large mixing bowl and add the first ingredients, the base of our dish, a diverse blend of unique people, tall, short, young, old, different races and ethnic backgrounds. Now toss lightly. These people, they each hold equal importance, yes, even the minorities, yet won't be equally distributed throughout this bowl, which is fine, of course. Now you might ask, what do we do with these people, these masses of individuals? How might one get them to conform and comply? Well, that's what our next ingredient is for. 5 cups of the media's influence injected with artificial flavoring and caramelized lies, TV screens blaring scenes of death, politics, and news about the Kardashians. Don't tell them these commercials are for propaganda purposes. Every advertisement, they're simply distractions. Now stir and let it sit for a while. In the meantime, why don't we play some music? If that helps you to work better. Yes, go ahead and turn on the radio. Let every note surround you, even though some of these lyrics are incredibly misogynistic. It's masked by a sick beat, so go ahead and vibe out to it. No, let it fill your psyche like jam in a tart. Don't mind the self-incriminating remarks. These parental advisory stickers should really be replaced with a warning label, and bold letters at the bottom may cause criminal intent. Yet, fear not, that is what our third ingredient is for. Though it's rather potent, we want large quantities of it. Now we'll dredge the mixture with pounds and pounds of law enforcement. We do this to prevent disorder within the other ingredients. A system intended to protect the people and its property, to answer the community, somehow transformed to a federally authorized gang. Our community, now a buffet of fresh bodies basting in our own blood. These quote-unquote peacekeepers have shed alligator tears over a dead squirrel before considering to save those 3 black girls in Florida drowning in that alligator-infested water. And then we sit back and we wonder why people gotta wear their skin like frowns or apologies, like that's the reason they're angry. That fundamental attribution error smells phenomenal. And now we'll add a cup of bleach and pour it all over their history. Let's promote notions of self-hatred so women of color learn to suppress her afro before she finds out there's a universe at the root of her kinks. Let's give them a guide and make sure they'll never connect a mental image of the Most High with anyone that looks anything like me, but more like an old bearded white man. And then we sit back and we wonder why we gotta chant Black Lives Matter, because it's almost as if everyone else forgot, and now we gotta remind ourselves we are dipped in chocolate and bronze and elegancy. Our melanin makes us beautiful like the rest of you. Now let that simmer. Over low heat, not too hot. Now stir and mix and blend. Now we have one massive melting pot. And I mean this in the social sense. You know, the erasure of other culture's significance is essential to maintain the system of force-fed assimilation, day-to-day indoctrination, cultural appropriation, until almost all of us forget who we were. Now the classrooms are slightly like plantations. We must have forgot who we were, yet no one questions it. They just continue to stir and blend. Oh, did you think that was it? No. There's more to it than this. See, science proves that social development is influenced by nature, so now let's mess with their environment. Sprinkle just a dash of gentrification and urban displacements. Put a Whole Foods by the rich and a Wendy's with the poor, because while kale risotto is a healthy option and all, Group B only has enough to get the 4 for $4. Now, the majority of the lower class swims in high fructose corn syrup, high in fat, not a significant source in lean body mass. Let's just tell them, just drink more water. Little did they know we've contaminated even that. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and stir in about 8 tablespoons of blood. Then get the doctors to wonder and ponder why Tom, Willie, Mima all wound up dead. So fly those little jets high above particular neighborhoods, so high up that they'll probably go undetected. Tell them that the residual trails of chemicals are ice crystals, like they'd even suspected. Look, we're almost done with this concoction here. So after warming your oven, go ahead, pop it on in. What we have created now is much more different than what we started with, which was a massive group of individuals, all powerful, all capable, all pure and beautiful. Yeah, as the other ingredients reacted, we've created something much more antithetical. We've created a society driven by evil and oblivion, controlled by individuals that are little less than human, telling the rest to all conform to a cookie-cutter culture. No, let's check the oven, shall we? Look at everything, crisping in a toasty 475 degrees. Now what about everyone else? At these temperatures, with all these factors going against them, you didn't think they would rise? Like yeast, not too long from now at least, they're all at their wits' end and they'll multiply like the bacteria you proclaim them to be. This country is almost like a petri dish after all. And as we rise up and we speak up and we stand up, the bad guys will fall. Do not succumb to the system. Unlearn every toxic ideal. Create your own systems and learn to separate the fake from the real. Be the change you want to see and act now. See, it's almost as if the end of our chapters are coming faster and faster. Going by the book won't save you in our America, a succulent gourmet recipe for disaster.
You did so good.
No, I messed up.
No, you did so good.
No, I